everyone. Welcome to a new episode of A Book with Bubble Tea's East Asia This Week. How is everyone doing? I'm your host, Mira He. In today's episode, we're going to talk about a city in Taiwan called Tainan. What's so special about it? Listen in. Welcome to A Book with Bubble Tea. With your host, Mira He. Here, I share takeaways from East Asian books on parenting, startups, and self-growth. Seeking insights beyond the typical English shelf? Want to be a better parent and achieve more in life? You are in the right place. Grab your bubble tea and let's dive in. Tainan, a city in southern Taiwan, has recently garnered a lot of attention. After being featured by National Geographic as one of the 30 most exciting destinations to visit in 2024, Tainan was again listed by CNN as one of the 24 best places to visit in 2024. Why Tainan? I mean, foreigners aside, I think many Taiwanese people might even ask the question, surely Taipei, the capital city, or Taroko, or the East Coast with breathtaking landscapes might come to mind first. And if you're not from Taiwan, Tainan might sound even more foreign to you, right? However, even if you haven't heard of Tainan, I am sure you have heard about some notable individuals from this place. Investors, for example, will undoubtedly recognize NVIDIA, right? Who doesn't know NVIDIA these days? And I'm sure you know its iconic CEO and founder, Jensen Huang. Known for his signature leather jacket, Huang was born and raised in Tainan until the age of 9. It's rumored that his preference for wearing a leather jacket actually stems from his tropical upbringing in Tainan, as he often found the climate in the U.S. rather chilly. Interestingly, Lisa Su, CEO of AMD, another titan in the semiconductor industry, was also born in Tainan, and she and Jensen were actually relatives. And if you think that's it, that's the extent of Tainan's contribution to the world of talent, it's time to think twice. Yes, twice. One of Korea's most famous and beloved girl bands, and their visual goddess, Zhiyu, is also from Tainan as well. Upon her debut, Zhiyu's stunning beauty became a national phenomenon in Korea and even internationally. She even clinched the title of the world's most beautiful face on TC Candler's list in 2019. Tainan is a unique place even within Taiwan. It was the former capital of Taiwan, and this year Tainan is celebrating 400 years since the establishment of Fort Zeelandia. The small southern city has witnessed major international history firsthand and experienced diverse cultural influences. In addition to its indigenous population, the Dutch arrived in 1624, and they were the one that built this Fort Zeelandia. So 1624 to now is 400 years, right? And they also turned Tainan into a trading hub between Europe, North, and Southeast Asia. After the Dutch, Han Chinese ruled over Taiwan, establishing Tainan as the capital. Then came the Qing dynasty, followed by Japanese colonization, and finally the current regime in Taiwan. Interestingly, the first time Taiwan experienced the change in the ruling party, which was a major step forward for Taiwan's democracy, the president elected outside of the National Party, aka KMT, Kuomintang, was also born and raised in Tainan. So this place, Tainan, really got a lot of talent. Tainan may not be a mega city, but it condenses the history of Taiwan. Every alley you walk through in the city tells you stories of the past, Look up to see window grills, hundreds of years old, were windows that were used to load products from upper floors, also hundreds of years ago as well, and people are still living in those places. Continue walking, and you will surely encounter the temples, everywhere that were centers for Han Chinese migrants. And if you're a foodie, you can't miss Tainan. Taiwan is already known for its gourmet food, but Tainan is the gourmet capital of Taiwan. In 2023, 36 food establishments were selected for the Michelin Guide in the city. Its street food is world-renowned. National Geographic says you can't miss its dandan noodles, and CNN says you can't miss its beef soup and oyster omelet. Oh, so yummy. And if you haven't been to Tainan before, now there's even more reason to visit. As part of the Tainan 400-year celebrations, this year's National Lantern Festival is being held in Tainan. Spread over 2 display zones, over 330 large outdoor lanterns are being exhibited, with the centerpiece being a 22-meter-tall dragon lantern inspired by dragon sculptures and a local temple. Additionally, don't miss the Orchid Flower Show if you visit Tainan this year before March 10th. Taiwan has always been a major supplier of orchids internationally. To celebrate Tainan 400, this year Tainan will host the Taiwan International Orchid Show and the World Orchid Conference concurrently, with major exhibitions displayed over 7 pavilions. Both the Lantern Festival and the Orchid Flower Shows end on the 10th. So by the time you hear about this episode, there are still 2 days left. So go quick. I heard it's so much fun and very impressive. And the celebration continues for music lover with the Tainan International Music Festival from March 2nd to May 5th. Internationally acclaimed musicians, including violinist Anne-Sophie Mutter, Avery Fisher Career Grand winner Paul Huan, who is also from Tainan, with conductor June Markle, and performances by the Vienna Symphony Orchestra and the world-renowned operatic tenor Juan Diego Flores will grace the festival in turn. I so envy those who can go. It's Anne-Sophie Mutter. You can watch her violin videos on YouTube. It's amazing. And Juan Diego Flores, oh my goodness, the voice is such a phenomenon. I immediately send the link to my father and say, go and buy the ticket. It's such a rare opportunity. I really envy those who can watch them. But there is more. The end of August will see Tainan hosting this year's Taiwan Creative Expo. And in late October, another major event, the Taiwan Design Expo. With such an amazing lineup of events, combined with the rich historical atmosphere and delicious street food, it's no wonder Tainan is a must-visit destination in 2024. If you're planning your travel destinations for this year, don't forget Tainan. I must admit, I have never truly experienced Tainan in full. But I remember once, Lillian, my friend and producer behind this podcast, her parents drove me around in Tainan. Both of her parents were native Tainanese, not sure whether there is such a term. They took me to eateries only locals know about. And oh my word, the food was incredibly delicious. Even to fellow Taiwanese like me, food in Tainan is just so amazing. I have never tasted fish soup so fresh, so simple, but yet so flavorful. The taste still lingers on my tongue. And recently, there has been a boom in Tainan of converting old houses into bakeries, cafes, or restaurants, allowing people to just enjoy a nice afternoon break in places filled with old architecture and furniture. Many of them, you can't even notice that they're actually cafes or restaurants. You just have to find them. It's like a treasure hunt. Remember we talked about a bakery place called 13 in Tainan that sells locally flavored macaroons hidden in old alleys? It's like that. I think Tainan is becoming such a hip happening place and it's becoming more and more dynamic. It has this unique atmosphere from the history with a modern twist. I surely is going to put Tainan on my travel list this year. Make sure you do that too. But If you do plan to come, seriously, avoid summertime. Summer in southern Taiwan is no joke at all. This is my honest advice from a southerner from Taiwan. All right, that's it for today's East Asia This Week. I hope you can all make it to see the Lantern Festival and enjoy wonderful music, food, and have a relaxed time to discover your own hidden gems in Tainan. If you do enjoy the episode, please follow us, subscribe us on YouTube, on podcast. I would really love to connect with you. All right, that's it. And don't forget to enjoy your bubble tea. Until next episode, bye.